Hey guys, Orion here, and I decided to make another video because a separate video, not the regular Sunday report video, because I have something that I wanted to tell you about that is not connected to my personal journey. Actually, it is a little bit, but it's not connected to anything to do with my girl. So, if you're new here and you've never seen any of my videos, hi, I'm Orion. I am documenting my process of getting healthier, fitter, and adjusting my weight to a better place. I report every day, every week on a Sunday, what has happened in the past week, what workouts did I do, my measurements, and talk about how it is, how does it feel like, what does it feel like to go through this process when you are starting with an L cup. L, like the letter L. Um, and anything to do with how the girls should be handled from what I know, feel, understand. The videos aren't edited in any way, aren't cut in any way. I just shoot them and fire them to the ether of YouTube. You get me at my worst and at my best, whatever comes along. And so today I don't want to talk about the girls at all, and I've said the girls so many times already, so let's move on. I want to talk about something that I've noticed with my weight improvement process. Now, you'll notice I avoid saying weight loss. I heard Tony Robbins say this once, and it clicked with me. We don't like losing things. We don't even like losing weight. Not because it's hard and we can't eat chocolate, but because subconsciously, mentally, whatever you want to call it, something has been removed from us and we don't want to give away anything emotionally. We want to gain stuff. We want more, 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 like Madonna's song. So that is why I'm trying to reframe this process as me gaining stuff, as me getting better and having more joy and having better health, and not as me losing weight, which is a negative thing to the very basic infantile processor of information in my brain. And that is very connected to what I wanted to talk about today, which is that I've noticed in this process, which is very, very early days, I've only lost about 7 pounds, 6 to 7 pounds. About a month ago, I started, a month and a half ago, even. Very, very early days. Cannot say anything for sure. But right now, this process, the way I'm doing it, feels like I am working with my body instead of against it. Whenever I think of the past when I've lost weight and went on fitness journeys, and I've been successful at least twice in my life to a very big extent in reducing the weight, but then I had no success at all maintaining that. Both times I was extremely obsessive about counting calories, restricting calories, doing my fitness, obsessively trying to do more fitness all the time, trying to do harder fitness all the time. And this time, and when I look at it now in retrospect, it felt like I was fighting my own body. I was trying to take control and tell my body, move aside, I'm the boss here, I decide on you. And the body has a lot of parts that are not really controlled by our thinking front lobe brain. So you don't think about how your heart beats. You don't think about how you breathe. You might do breathing when you do yoga, for example. Like you don't think about the mechanism. Now, right lobe do this, left lobe do that, the throat do this, etc., etc. You don't think about how the muscles in your right femur, I don't know where the femur is, contract or expand to do a movement. Even when you're lifting and you're really, really focusing on your bicep, you don't know how it works. You're just focusing on what you feel. It's a totally different concept, focusing and knowing. We don't know how our bodies work. We just expect it to work. And so, in the past, all my expeditions into Healthland and Finland, where I'm the boss here, I'm going to think of what I want and I'm going to do it. And I don't care about you, body, and what you want and what you're used to and how you plan to do things. I'm the boss here. And it was very, very hard doing it, and it never worked. Now, I'm not saying it didn't work because of what I did, but it never worked. In contrast, right now, this last 6 weeks, oops, sorry, moved. These last 6 weeks that I was on this progress of getting into going to the gym every day, working out, getting up early, drinking water, reducing my soda intake, keeping to the healthy foods of the eating plan that I live by. I live by the ketogenic or low carb philosophy. I'm not counting calories, I'm not limiting food, but I do try to keep to the low carb ketogenic sources of food, at least Sunday through Friday. Here in Israel, the weekend is Friday and Saturday, and on the Shabbat, Friday evening to Saturday evening, I am a bit more relaxed and I do have some desserts and pancakes in the morning, but the rest of the week, I try to be very strict with my ketogenic diet. Doesn't always work. That's okay as well. I am much more relaxed. My computer just got a message if you heard that. Sorry. No editing. Much more relaxed than in the past and very, very in tune with my body. And one of the things I've tried to do, and I've done a couple of times, and I'm trying to do it more, is every morning after my workout is done and I've had my breakfast, I take a few moments to relax and almost meditate and just feel my body and go through the parts that, if it's a lifting day or a strength day, actually try to focus my attention to the parts of the body that have worked that day and see if anything is there. And I actually had feelings come up in the places I was focusing on. And why I'm thinking this makes sense, although it's really, really woo woo and feng shui stuff, kind of. And if that's you, perfect. If that's not you, also perfect. To each his own. As a few months ago, maybe even more than a year ago, I heard an interesting claim. It might be a fact. I did not check it, so I'm not going to claim it as a fact. That apart from storing our excess energy, our fat cells are where our body shoves uh, um, toxins. So if the systems of the body that protects it, those we don't know about, don't know how they work, don't even think about in this case, our immune system, our protection system, encounters something that is toxic in our body, it will shove it into the nearest fat cell. That's as best as I understand. Kind of like in my brain, the way I behave when my mom calls and says, "Honey, I'm coming over," and my living room looks like a mess. I just take all of that mess and shove it into the closet. That's what I think our bodies do with toxins. They shove it into the fat cells to move it away from the living cells and just drown it in fat and forget about it. Now, when you lose weight, your fat cells slowly drain the fat out, and those toxins are then reintroduced into the body on their way out of it. Like opening that closet from the said story before, after mom left, and looking at it and going like, oh God, I have to put all of this away. I can't let this mess stay here. I can't let it go back to the living room. I have to do something about it. And I do remember that in the past, when I did reduce some of the fat in my body in a very easygoing, nice way, not in the I'm the boss here, fight way, my body started feeling much better. And it felt, and when I heard this theory about the toxins, it's like, yeah, that makes a ton of sense. As my body lets go of the fats, the toxins go through my body. It doesn't feel as good as it could that specific minute, but eventually the toxins are excreted out, and I feel so much better. And then, because I've been through a process of emotional development, blah, blah, it's not really relevant right now, in the past year or so, I started thinking maybe we don't just put in physical toxins into our cells, into the fat cells, into other cells. Maybe we also put emotional toxins into our cells. And as long as we don't take them out and clear it up and help them flush away, the body can't let go of them because the body doesn't have as much tools to deal with emotions as the brain does. And so when we're physically active and challenging a part of our body, if anything is stored there, it's terrific time to stop for a minute and just check, is there anything stored here? Is there anything hiding here? Uh, and if there is, you're welcome to show yourself. Feel it. Stop, don't try to push it away. Feel it and then let it go. And if you can't let it go, do something about it. Don't just let it stay there because it is toxic. Now, again, if you think what I'm talking about sounds like complete uh, BS, I get it, and it's okay. I don't even know if what I'm saying is true. It just sounds right to me, and I tried it out a couple of times, and I liked it. It actually worked, and one of the times I actually felt I was releasing a bad feeling that was stuck here in my back. Was it really? I don't know. I don't even care. It felt good. So the 2 points I wanted to make up to bring up in this video, which is out of the regular context, is that when you're trying to lose weight, try not to fight with your body, but to work with your body. Remember that you don't control a lot of the things that are going on in your body, so you need to work with it, listen to it. I know they always say listen to it, but I'm not just talking about if your muscle is pain, it is hurting. Try to be more attentive to your body in all kinds of ways and learn about it. And the other thing is, after your workout, try to find a few minutes to listen to your body, to pay attention to the places that worked and see if anything is stored there that you would rather let go of and remove from that place. If are any emotions there, any memories, any kinks, anything that comes up, would it be better not to be there? And the last thing I'm going to tell you because it just popped in my mind and it actually shouldn't be here because it is boobs related. What can I do? That's the topic I'm always interested in, I guess. Whenever I work out and I do stretchings, I do neck stretches because my neck and my upper shoulders are so tight. So I will always love doing these and this, and you'll notice I'm not really doing them because what I found out right now on a YouTube search, and if you look on my channel, I've got playlists where I uh, accumulate, and I forgot how it's called. Just create a playlist. I just created a playlist with all the resources I find on YouTube that are helpful for uh, generous ladies. So this was probably a chiropractor, and he was explaining how when you have so much weight on the front of you, it pulls on your shoulders, which I was talking about in a previous video. But what he said then is that the muscles going here from your shoulders up to your neck and head are constantly stretched. And when you do these stretches, you're stretching them even more. They don't need to be stretched. They need to be released. They need somebody to come in and pull back here on the shoulders so that they don't have to be stretched. So if you are in any kind of physical activity and somebody says do the stretches, don't. I don't know what to do instead. I'm still looking out for that information. But the first thing I've learned is do not stretch the sides of your neck, or do so very, very, very carefully, and limit the amount of times you do that, because you don't need more stretch here. And that is interesting because last week when I was doing a lot of stretching, which of course had a lot of neck stretching, I was getting migraines. Might be connected. More evidence is needed to prove that. Have you ever gotten a migraine that you thought was related to tension or stress in the upper back? If so, comment down below and let us know what your experience is. Anyway, let me know if you thought this was too far out or amazing, if you want more content like this, or I should never ever share my weird ideas with you on body-mind connection. Please let me know. You know as well as I do that if you don't let me know, I'll do what I want. And as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And look at the comments below, not the comments, the description below for our very own closed women-only Facebook group that I have started for us to come in and share our experiences with being physically active while supporting a load on our chest. And I'll see you all when I'll see you, probably Sunday, maybe before. Have a great week.